Hi there. As you know, I'm going to be talking about the moon landing conspiracy, which was in 1969. Well, first off is that I've got a page and a bit full of evidence that it was fake. But some of the evidence, it can be answered that it's not fake, which some of them is already answered, but never mind about that. First thing I've got to say is that we couldn't have landed on the moon because most of the rocket tests NASA did failed. Nobody could have landed on the moon at that time. None of the technology was good enough to make people land on the moon or get back. There was also the thing about the radiation on the travel to the moon. No, they wouldn't have been able to survive the radiation, as the only thing that was protecting them was their suits and like a sheet of materials like paper. They could not have survived. Also, what's on the sheet? Area 51 has a big part in the moon landing. It has. People say that it has movie-like hangars, which could have been used to film the fake moon landing. It also has an area near it in the Nevada desert, which looks like the moon from a bird's eye view. Anyway, the strange thing is that Apollo 1 was actually going to be the one to go to the moon, but it wasn't. After one of the astronauts died, and some of them knew too much about if it was going to be fake or not, so basically NASA killed them all. I don't know whether it was NASA or not, but I'm not criticising anybody if it wasn't or was. But anyway, all of the people who knew about the moon landing and if it was fake or not died. I mean, this guy called something Baron had a report about if it was fake or not, and he died like a week after he finished the report, so nobody knew what he was talking about. There's also about the thing about the flag. Everybody knows about the flag. The flag was like waving in the air, in space, yeah. And as everybody knows, there's no atmosphere on the moon, so it couldn't have fly. But there is an explanation for that, but I can't go into the detail. There's also the stars. Every picture you see, this is true, every picture you see, there is no stars at all. There's also an explanation for that, but as you know, I can't be asked to go into detail. Anyway, if you notice on the pictures, there's crosshairs. The crosshairs are like always over the picture, always over every object. Some of the pictures have the crosshairs behind some objects, which is either showing that somebody edited the photos. No, not that one. Also, when they landed on the moon, there was no blast crater. No blast crater. Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. There's also that thing about Neil Armstrong. No, well, I found this. There's also this thing about Neil Armstrong, which when he jumped off the ladder, well, he didn't jump off, but he kind of like, well, he did kind of jump off, but he was holding on. Well, actually, don't forget about that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the shadows of the pictures. People are saying like they're not parallel and stuff like that, and they should be. Well, there's an explanation for that, which I'll tell you. At school we're doing this conspiracy thing about the moon landing. Anyway, we've got an explanation for the shadows, and it's like because of the way of the object is and the terrain of what it is, it wouldn't be parallel at all. You can do an experiment about this. I can trust you, it will not. No, all shadows, every shadow you do, it will not be parallel. Anyway, the strange thing, if they did go to the moon, the astronauts, and they came back, they would have had radiation injuries, and they weren't even singed of radiation injuries, which was kind of weird, but hey, lucky them. Oh, what's me here? Yeah, technology then, it wasn't really that good, like I said at the beginning of this film, but the technology they used in all of that project was the same technology used in a pocket calculator. I mean, pretty amazing that is, but I don't want to go into detail because I'm not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but pocket calculator, anybody can get them now, but just think of what technology's like been since then. 40 years. Well, not 40 years, but something like, but about that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. There's also been the thing about, what is it? The spacesuits. Yeah, the spacesuits. The spacesuits and the camera, which was like attached to their chest. There's no air on the moon, or no oxygen, the spacesuits would have inflated, which would make it even harder for them to move, and it would have been hard to press the button on the camera to take pictures. And there's also the astronauts when they're running. Buzz Aldrin, or whatever his name was, right, when he was dancing on the moon, I think he was, or when any of the astronauts on the moon were not running, they were like hopping about. If you double the speed, you can see that they're running, and the power of television then was like really good then, so they could have altered it to make it slow down. Anyway, NASA basically just had the total thing under total control. None of the channels of the TV knew what was going on. It was just basically NASA controlling the TV worldwide for like last week or whatever when the moon landing was on. Anyway, that kind of ends my speech about the moon conspiracy. Oh yeah, if you have any comments, please post them below, and if any video responses and stuff like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you wanna, you can say if you think it's fake or not, but if you don't think it's fake, well, I don't blame you. I mean, only 20% of Americans, I'm not just blaming it on Americans, but I heard this in school that 20% of Americans think that the moon landing is real. That's 80% who don't think it's real. I mean, NASA, you've just totally buggered it up if it's fake. Anyway, that's my video finished. I might have another part if I forgot any of it, but I don't think I have. Thanks for watching. More videos to come, probably, about other things, like Resident Evil 4. I've got some more boss things to do. That's basically it. Oh yeah, if that guy's watching who wants me to make that video for him, it might be next week actually, before I do that video, because I'm like, as I've got a busy schedule to do this week. Sorry about that, but you know, only fate can tell about stuff like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.